words in this question? What's just one of the key words that I need to make sure I'm looking at? Maisha.
Landforms.
Landforms, definitely underline that. What else? That's the question itself. Alexia. Something that's changing landforms. And what else, Tommy? Most responsible. That means that there's a couple things that could change landforms, but I want to find the one that is the most likely answer. Okay? We talked about, or just after the same question, we're going to talk about that. Last week we talked about severe. Can anybody remind us, what are some of the synonyms that we came up with for severe? We're talking about severe weather. What's severe mean? What did we say severe means? I see I need 2 hands, 3 hands. What did we say severe meant? We all wrote it down, so we should all know. What does severe mean? When I talk about severe weather, what am I referring to? Oh, severe weather. Tonight, can you read us your description? Loud and proud. Severe weather is what? Severe weather is dangerous, so it could be dangerous weather. It could be, what's another word? Yes?
Extreme.
Extreme. Something else? Kyla?
Deadly.
Deadly. Alexia?
Horrible.
Horrible. Maisha?
Life-threatening.
Life-threatening. I like that one. Juliana?
Mark.
Maisha. Yes, Savandra?
How are hurricanes
That's the objective of our lesson. That's basically our essential question. How are hurricanes made? So by the end, the difference between hurricanes and tornadoes. That green thing at the corner, that's the state of Florida. So what's one of the things that stands out to you comparing hurricanes and tornadoes? Juliana.
Like a tornado, it's just land. You could go like.
Very good. Tornadoes actually usually start on land, and the hurricane starts on what?
Water.
Water. What else? Again, remember that green thing is the state of Florida. What else do I notice, Alexia?
Hurricanes, it rains, and sun, and tornadoes, it's a lot of weight and electricity and stuff going around. It can pick up your house and it can pick up a lot of.
Right. The wind in a tornado is stronger than the wind in a hurricane, and I like that you pointed out that it rains a lot more in hurricanes, because we're going to find out that hurricanes have 2 ways that they damage cities. Not just wind, a lot of it is water. Dominique, then Savandra, and we'll go on.
Hurricanes like spin in a circle, like this, and stuff like spread out, and tornadoes do the same thing.
Okay, so a similarity, that's good. Comparing is also finding out similarities. Savandra, you have one?
The hurricane look like the Milky Way, and the tornadoes look like
So she said that the hurricane looks like the Milky Way, and the Milky Way is a what? A galaxy. So it has a similar shape to the Milky Way because it has that spiral shape, right? One thing I noticed immediately is if this is the state of Florida, then this hurricane must be really, really big. Really, really big. Okay, so that's a big difference. Hurricanes can spread out and hit a lot of space at once, whereas tornadoes hit a specific area. The damage. And when we're scientists and we see a problem, we have to be able to fix it or solve it. Today we're going to do that. But before scientists jump out and say, you know what, let's go do this and build the strongest wall that's out there, they need to gather as much information as possible. Your activity at the end of this lesson is to build a wall that's going to pass the strong wind test. It's a little simulation of tornadoes and hurricanes. But before we can do that, as a good scientist, I need to know how hurricanes show up in the first place. So what I'm going to show you next is, well, Ms. Larbi, how do hurricanes form in the first place? Where do they come from? Building in our Brainiac Builders engineering activities. Let me explain what's going to happen. Your challenge is to build a model, because you're not building a real wall, build a model of a wall that's going to pass the strong wind test. We talked about hurricanes. We talked about tornadoes. We have really, 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 really strong winds. The strong wind test is Ms. Larbi's blow dryer on high for 30 seconds. You're going to build a wall that's at least 5 centimeters tall. And then I'm going to put my blow dryer on it for 30 seconds. If your wall does that, is it a good wall for a hurricane?
No.
don't know, but if it stays straight, then maybe that model, that design, is something that engineers would build in real life. But think about it. Why wouldn't I go ahead and just make a wall? Why do I need to build a model first? As a scientist and a smart business person, why is it important for me to build a wall, a little one first, before I just go out and make the really big one? Yes, come on. I need to see if it works. To test it. What if it breaks and like a whole lot of people's lives are at risk? So we need to make a small model first and simulate the wind with Miss Larbi's hair dryer. I know it's not as strong, it's not 300 miles per hour. I'm gonna simulate the wind with Miss Larbi's hair dryer. And then if that model was good and it worked and it passed the test, then that would be a great one. You have to make sure it's attached. If you just let it stand, guess what's gonna happen when I put the blow dryer? Alright, you could have something that's just like, alright, that's nice, it stands, but if it's not like stuck to the ground, guess what's gonna happen? That's why normally when people are building, engineers are building, they dig in first. 10 if you want, 20 if you want, when I said up there, 5. Alright? Why? Because I actually want to walk along on the ground.
I don't know how to do it. That's why.
How much to stand up?
You can't rip it.
And if that's not working, guys, you have paper clips, bend those, you have the index cards. This might not be the best material because what happens when you bend this? And what do we know about these metals? You guys use them all the time. What happens when I bend this? Does it break?
No. Oh, yeah.
You can take. We can do both of them. You get out of it.
No, I need two. Wait.